The Galactic Council's protocol for the discovery of new species typically rests on the individual race or empire that encounters them. This situation, however, was the most abnormal, odd, and peculiar scenario imaginable. Exiting hyperspace, we performed a scan as per usual, only to be greeted by not one or two, but 37 separate ships in the system, all crowded around one large station. We observed a dozen warships, several cargo freighters, and various other large and small fighter craft, personal transports, and heavily armed vessels. According to our protocol, when encountering a formidable military force, we demonstrate power and strength to test a potential opponent. They either stand down or a standoff ensues, involving scanning and testing a strategic bluffing contest, where the winner is the one who can boast the most convincingly. Naturally, seeing such armament, we assumed it was a warship fleet. I sat at my communications desk, taking notes on the situation as the Admiral prepared us for a confrontation. With shields raised and phase cannons charged, I opened comms and hailed the station. A large screen appeared above the Admiral's chair, and we waited. "We are the Eridon Imperium. Stand down your weapons. We are the masters of this sector, and your pitiful military will submit to our rule," the Admiral's voice boomed, deep and authoritative. An image of a peculiar creature appeared on the other end, clearly sentient, with 2 eyes, 2 arms, a head, and colorful tufts of hair. It seemed mammalian. The creature responded, seemingly confused, "Your tiny fleet is no match for our dreadnought. I say again, you will stand down," the Admiral commanded. The warships stationed there were small, and we could easily overpower them, but something felt off. The creature looked at the Admiral, bored, annoyed, or confused. "What, are you ordering burgers or something?" it asked, dismissively. The Admiral, undeterred, commanded again, "Stand down and prepare to meet your new masters." The creature seemed genuinely bored and uninterested, calling out to someone off-screen, "Hey boss, got a Karen alien asking for the manager again. Make some fries." The Admiral's irritation grew. While we waited, I took the opportunity to perform some scans and take photographs for recon data. The situation felt increasingly ridiculous. As I carefully examined the photos, it became clear that the station was not a military outpost, but something more mundane, likely food storage. The items looked like foodstuffs, and quite delectable ones at that. A new creature, similar to the first but with darker skin and a large beard, appeared on the screen. "I'm the manager here. Can I help you?" it asked. "Yes, you can submit your empire to my rule and stand your ships down," the Admiral commanded, increasingly annoyed. "Sir, this is a fast food restaurant. Those ships are already standing down. Can you hurry this up?" "We're in a lunch rush," the creature replied with a bored tone. The absurdity of the situation was not lost on anyone. At that moment, a sensor ping came from my communications array. A very large warship had entered the star system, but I was too distracted by the ongoing exchange to focus on it. The creature on the screen slapped its face in frustration. "Not this again." "What is this?" the 10th time a voice from behind replied. 11th, actually. "We had those spider people last month," the creature sighed. "Hey, big shot, are you listening?" "Do not ignore me," the Admiral yelled. "Shut the hell up," the creature commanded, exuding more authority and strength than even the Admiral. It took a deep breath. "We are human. You have entered frontier space within the human sphere. There is no grand empire, no ownership of this system, no fleet you can fight, and no grand enemy you can dictate. This is a fast food restaurant, not an outpost for some grand civilization. Please." "Shut the hell up," the human walked off screen. Shortly after, another human, a younger female, appeared. "Welcome to fast food, fastest food on the frontier. How may I take your order?" The Admiral sat in silence, then finally spoke. "So your leaders aren't here?" "No, this is a fast food restaurant, sir. We only have what's on the menu," she replied. "So those ships are cargo freighters?" the Admiral asked, sheepishly. "Well, these ones are, but the big ones that appear behind you aren't," she said. We took stock of the new signatures entering the system behind us within weapons range. A local security fleet had us surrounded 24 Super Dreadnought-class ships and several Titan-class ships. The Admiral sank in his seat, realizing his mistake. Multiple weapons locks detected. "Those weapons will ignore our shields," the gunnery sergeant reported. Moments later, a human in full military dress appeared on a second screen, looking very annoyed. I stood next to the Admiral, awaiting our fate. The human looked at us, bored. "Oh," I said, holding up a picture of the menu board. "Can I please have a big smoke?" "I think that's what it says." Desperately trying to de-escalate the situation, I ordered what I thought looked the yummiest. The crew looked at me like I had lost my mind. The human on the screen replied, 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda. Is that for you or everyone? Shall I just even the order for you and Barrack size it? Looks like you have 87 crew on board, she asked with a smile. The Admiral and I shared a terrified look. They had scanned tech, so detailed they could determine our entire crew count. Yes, please do that. Barrack size a big smoke for me, please, I said, feeling silly. Are you active military, sir, she asked with a smile. Yes, but not your military. Why, I asked. Our species values military service personnel, regardless of nationality. If you present your ID card, military personnel are entitled to a discount, she explained. I presented my military ID card, curious. The senior individual looked at it, confirming it was a military ID. Your orders are being processed. Do you want to eat on your ship or on the station? We have plenty of room, she asked with a bubbly smile. If your military would stand down, we'd prefer to eat on the station, I said, gesturing to the beeping proximity alarms. As long as you behave yourselves, so will we, the military human said. The Admiral commanded, weapons and shields offline. Maneuver to an empty spot near the station. We docked, and the sheer size of the human armada became clear -74 ships, including 7 Titan-class warships with cannons the size of our entire ship. The Admiral looked at me thankful. We had narrowly avoided catastrophe, and were about to get a discounted lunch. We docked, and the connection ports and locking mechanisms were universal, securing us firmly. I shrugged and headed to the storage bay to gather suitable payment: gold, silver, platinum, and other metals. We were greeted by a slew of humans, most carrying heavy firearms and wearing metallic combat armor, including a few in powered battle suits. A human soldier handed us oxygen rebreathers, explaining the station's pressurized shield. The pressure shield has never failed in 10 years, but better prepared than frozen and dead, he said. We took the masks, attaching them to our tool belts. Entering the station, my senses were overwhelmed by heavenly smells. The sheer quantity of delicious scents nearly made me faint. We quickly found an empty table, the Admiral barely holding onto his valuables. The other humans ignored us, engrossed in their meals. Within moments our food arrived. How did you do that so fast, I asked. There's a reason it's called fast food, the human replied. The Admiral bit into a burger, his face melting in bliss. We all followed suit, overwhelmed by the deliciousness. We devoured our meals: burgers, chicken drumsticks, buffalo wings, and salad. Some didn't like the capsicum in the wings, but everyone ate every morsel. The human who greeted us returned, smiling. Did you enjoy your meal? I belched. I died and went to paradise with every bite. Do you have any items to trade or any way to pay? The human asked. We have gold, silver, and platinum for trade. Is that okay? The Admiral replied, There's no need. The military unit stationed here covered the bill. Consider it a gift. Stay as long as you need, he said with a smile. What is dessert? I asked. A small portion of sweets or ice creams after a meal. Interested? He replied. As much as I'd love to, if I eat any more, I might fall over dead, I groaned. The human officer and his soldiers approached us. Hello there, he said. Sorry about earlier. We've had a lot of bad first contacts. Aggression usually pays better dividends. Sorry about that, the Admiral replied, sounding almost drunk. Fair enough. I wasn't expecting this, a first contact turning into friendship over cheap fast food. Are you okay? The officer asked. Yes, just too much food, the Admiral belched. I'd love to open negotiations, but I'm too full, he said. Certainly. I'll stick around for lunch, the officer said, heading to the counter. That was more interesting than usual, I remarked. First, we find a species with absurd engineering prowess, creating ships 5 times the galactic standard. Then, master artisans of food, cooking an entire fleet's worth of meals in minutes, with incredible flavor, the navigation officer said. The artwork suggests a species with a rich history. The Admiral pointed at a painting of a human in a spacesuit, touching a flower with wonder. I think we found the golden children of the galaxy. The Emperor must be informed, the Admiral said, and we all nodded in agreement. After dessert, though, I want to know what this ice cream stuff is, a gunnery sergeant added. If you enjoyed this story and want to support us, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel. For every comment that says, we will heart every single one of them. Thank you for your time.